Alright, so here on this spark plugs, this is a 3.0 liter V6 and a 2002 Lexus ES300. It's got about 50,000 miles on it or so, and it's been running kind of weak lately. And I just wanted to show some of these spark plugs, because I don't know, this is an engine that I got out of the wrecking yard, not out of the wrecking yard, but I got it out of a wrecked car. And it's sat for a long time. It's probably sat for 4 or 5 years. But the spark plugs are looking pretty rad, pretty wore out there, kind of fried. So I got some more spark plugs. I got some NGK laser iridiums, I guess you might call them. Yep, that is a factory replacement style plug. And the ones that were in there were some Densos. I don't know if these were original or not. They look like they probably are, but I'll have to look that up and check it. From what I can tell, everything looked pretty good. As far as there's no oil leaks, the coil packs look good. There's no electrical tracing on that. I've got the new plugs put in. I'm going to torque them down to 13 foot-pounds. A few details about how this particular setup is done is that when I put this motor in, I changed out these little bolts that hold this cover down. There's supposed to be a bolt in each one of these, and it was kind of a tricky job. I didn't like the way that used an Allen wrench to get that out, so I just welded a bolt onto each one and got rid of that idea because it's dumb. Okay, and then you know, you take the 3 coil packs out, and these are inch-pound type things. I would say maybe 60 or 70 inch-pounds, not much. Okay, these are really light. So I'm going to torque these down real quick. 13 inch-pounds. On the 3.3 liter it goes up to 18, but on the 3.0 liter it's 13. And I've got my handy dandy Astro magnetic extension on there, and I put some NICs on it, just a wee bit of that. This thing torque down. There we go, that's one. Now these have the crush washers on them, so that's what's going on when you're tightening this thing down like this. You can feel it smashing that washer a little bit. It's always good to have a good torque wrench. And these ball socket style extensions are kind of nice. These Astro ball socket extensions, kind of cool. I like them. They got a little magnet in there. So that's just about it for this side. The back, it's going to be quite a bit more of a job to remove the intake manifold and take a whole bunch of stuff off. It's going to be a lot of work to do that, so I'll catch up with that video in just a little bit. Right now I'm going to get these sorted out. Get a little bit of silicone lube on there on each one of these. I'll just put a little juice on these to make it so when it's time for it to come out, it's not such a big deal. And I'm just about at the bottom of this jar anyway on this silicone. That's about how I do it. A little bit on each one. Three of those guys there. Get rid of this. That's a pretty simple click-in job for those guys. Now when you're doing this kind of stuff, you always want to check out things if you have any wire chafing or anything like that, which these are Don't look like they're rubbing up against anything, but they do look like they need some work. See, there's supposed to be a clip here, and this, you can tell where it's rubbing right there, so that needs to be rewrapped and with a zip tie. And then this vacuum line, this looks all right. It's got a little sheathing on it, a little protective sheath. But this motor sat for a long time. That's kind of why it's got that dusty look on there. And these don't torque down to much. I mean, we're talking inch pounds, okay? If you blow these out, you're gonna be pissed. So don't do that. I'm gonna tighten them up lightly with a wrench.